Alright man, it's day 21 of the dopamine fast. I'm really not feeling the best today. I think I'm coming down with something. I woke up with a splintering headache, scratchy throat, ears a bit blocked. So I think I'm coming down with something. There's a lot of people sick around here at the moment. Be down to the weather. Very extreme fluctuations at the moment. The days are really hot for this time of year, getting into the 30s. While the nights are still dropping down to like 4 or 5 degrees. So it's like hot, cold, hot, cold. In my own case, I know I've also been pushing myself really hard recently on the grind. Perhaps my body's letting me know that it's time to slow down. Still doing my morning shift today. I'm feeling alright after I did the morning meditation practice and my Wim Hof breath work, which always helps me feel better. After I do the morning shift, I'm probably going to take some time the rest of the day, just rest as much as possible, and yeah, let my body recover. Hopefully it doesn't turn into anything worse. Man, my muscles are just aching all over. The last 3 days I've been doing my workouts. Today's luckily a scheduled rest day for me, so no workout today. I'm feeling alright emotionally, just tired, drained. It is what it is. Hopefully it doesn't turn into anything worse. It's another beautiful day, breathing the fresh, clean air. Days like this where the discipline really does come in. Like, I just done my whole morning routine and I'm still going to work, which, I mean, this job here is not something that you can just easily call in sick for. I mean, the cows have to be milked twice a day, 365 days a year. Anyway, I'm gonna just soldier on, keep on grinding, and then after I'm done in the morning, which usually I'll finish around 9 to 10 a.m, then I'll be free the rest of the day. Right, all done with work. Just had some breakfast after getting back. Physically, I'm taking it easy, just resting, drinking plenty of water. Not feeling the best, but it's a rest day, so I'm gonna make the best of it, and hopefully I'll feel much better tomorrow. Headache is gone. It was actually good to get up in the morning and move around a bit, as much as I didn't want to, but yeah, I'm just gonna take it easy the rest of the day. It's the end of the day. It's, progressively worsened throughout the day. I think I'm coming down with the flu or something. Yeah, my muscles ache. Just feel really tired and a bit nauseous. So I'm just resting up. Yeah, this is no fun. Today was a really hot day as well. It got up to 33 degrees. It's already like November weather at the moment. I don't like heat. I don't do well in heat. Looking forward to the night now as it cools down. This was unexpected. I was going so strong, but now I don't feel strong at all. I feel really just out of it. But we are warriors, not victims. We soldier on. This pain is temporary. It will help you grow stronger. End of day 22. Most of the fatigue is thankfully gone. It lifted in the afternoon, so I think I'm through the worst of it, but apart from that, it doesn't seem too bad. Did end up going to the block today. Did a little bit of things out in the garden, just nothing too heavy, just watering and spending some time down there. No creek plunge or anything that I would usually do. Throughout this time, I've really just been allowing myself to feel this way and just focusing on recovering rather than trying to just power through and move on with life. Like in the past, my whole thing would be just try to ignore it and just keep doing all my usual activities and just drag it out, which would just drag it out really. But now I'm really focusing on taking care of myself more, and because a big part of this whole journey is we want to push ourselves beyond our limits in some cases, like push ourselves out of our comfort zone, but then at the same time it's like it's important to have some self-care and actually take care of yourself when you need it. So if your body's telling you to slow down, then slow down. Emotionally, I feel just quite stable, neutral. Looking forward to getting better. It could be a lot worse. The weather is honestly driving me insane at the moment. Yesterday was boiling hot. Today's quite cold. Big fluctuations in that. And apart from that, I'm doing all right. Just making sure drinking enough water, some herbal teas. Good morning, it's day 23, feeling quite a bit better today. My nose and throat are much better and there's no more fatigue, so I think I'm through the worst of it and should be recovered soon. Just at work today, it feels good to be out in the fresh air, and with this illness I've had more time to really contemplate. I mean, this whole dopamine fast, I've spent a lot of time in contemplation, reflecting on my own life And what I've been thinking about recently is how much do we really know? Or in my case, how much do I really know? Because you see, my whole life I've been a very curious person. I've always loved reading and just learning about new things. Like in school, I was always good academically. I got good grades, all of that, even though I hated school, mostly for the social aspect of not fitting in, feeling like an outsider, and just, I hated school, but I still did well, on the academic side. And yeah, growing up I was a bit of a history and geography buff. I always would just spend a lot of lunch breaks, in the library, reading books on history, geography, encyclopedias. And at one point, what I would do, I would spend my lunch breaks basically just studying the world map, trying to memorize the location of different countries. I was always interested in learning about different cultures, different places, learning useless facts. And yeah, I got to the point where I could name every single country on the world map. I mean, I haven't done it in a long time, so it'll be interesting to see if I can still do it, but I'm fairly confident I get most of them. So yeah, I've always been interested in learning and just cramming my mind full of information. And yeah, that lasted more. I've always had that in me, basically. I've always loved learning, but I found that when I got deeper into my addictions, whether it be gaming, smartphones, social media, PMO, that's really the main four, I lost a lot of that curiosity, and my ability to retain information drastically reduced. My memory used to be very good, but admittedly it's nowhere near as good as it was. And I mean, of course, it's the whole thing, older people will say, my memory's not as good as it used to be, but I'm still young, so my memory should still be sharp, it should still be good, but it's not as good as I remember it growing up when I was a kid. It's interesting because thinking back, my memory really started to suffer as soon as I got a smartphone. So I mean, I'm part of Gen Z, so first generation to grow up with the internet and modern technology to the extent that we have it now. And yeah, I mean, I grew up with the internet, all of that, but I didn't get my first smartphone until I was 15. I was like 8 or 9 by the time the first smartphones came out, and until I was 15 I had no smartphone, right? I think the internet is a great tool, a great resource, but it has to be used in the right manner. And I use the internet to my benefit a lot. I learned a lot of things from the internet, treating it like a vast library of archived information. I learned a lot from it, don't get me wrong, and it can be used in a great way. But at the same time, when social media came around, smartphones, the potential for addiction was equally there. I was always resistant to getting a smartphone, mostly because from the beginning I felt that it would be too much of a violation of my own space, my own privacy. I didn't like the idea of being contactable by people, so even I reluctantly got a smartphone at age 15, literally just because my parents wanted to be able to contact me and all of that. And I remember I didn't even have anyone else's number. The only numbers I had in my phone for years were just my parents, basically. I didn't want to give anyone my number, or I wanted to be left alone. I didn't want to be contacted by people, or anything. And I didn't even get on social media for quite a long time. But as I started using my smartphone more, as I eventually got onto social media, trying to fit in and all of that, I found that my memory, my concentration, and my curiosity really started to suffer. And nowadays we have such an abundance of information, but if you think about it, does the average person really know that much? I've been thinking about myself, do I really know that much? Well, look, on certain subjects I know a lot. I mean, how many people could name every country on the world map? Not that many, right? But there's still so many areas, so many fields, so many areas that I don't know that much in. And again, would I be able to accurately express a lot of my knowledge and the information that I perceive to have learned without the aid of the internet or book? A lot of these topics I would have to look into a book or search some things online in order to refresh my knowledge, right? Because of that, how much do I really know? I'm afraid I was wrong. I'm not getting better, I'm getting worse. Today in the morning I woke up, I did go to work, but yeah, I was just not feeling it at all. I felt this fatigue and weakness come over my whole body, so I struggled to get through that shift in the morning, and since then I've just been trying to do stuff, but no, it's not happening. So I decided to take a nap, so I've just been in bed for the past few hours. I can't sleep during the day. Whatever I try, I can't fall asleep, so I kind of half dozed off for an hour or two, but
Now I'm just resting here, doing a lot of reading. Oh, I feel crappy. My throat and nose are the same, but yeah, just this fatigue. My muscles are like really aching, and it's really cold. I mean, it's a colder day today, but no, this does feel like potential fever coming on or something. It's not looking good, but what can you do in these situations? All you can do is try to get as much rest as possible and yeah, keep fighting. I'm not gonna give in. The good news is with like, I don't have literally any urges to do much of anything really in terms of addictive behaviors apart from like going on the internet, watching YouTube. I would still just grab grab my phone and all of that, which of course now I can't do. But I would grab my phone and just scroll through YouTube or social media, or just consume information and yeah, just do that endlessly for hours and hours just to distract myself from just being ill and the pain. But today I've just been forced to sit with it and yeah, just focus on actually healing and getting better. So I'm here doing that, doing some light things like reading, which is nice, but no cold showers last few days, been having hot showers, skipped a few days of, I haven't been doing my intense dumbbell workout. The most I've been doing is just walking around the fields. And of course I've still been working because this sort of job that I have, it's not really a job that you can call in sick for. And unfortunately, this happens to also be a time where the farmer, the guy I work for, he's away for a few days with his family. So it's literally me and this other worker running the whole place. So it's like, yeah, I'm doing the mornings and yeah, they're doing the afternoon and evenings. So yeah, we've got to keep the place running. So what can you do? What can you do? I've been trying not to pop too many painkillers. I usually don't like taking anything, like even painkillers, Panadol. Like I'll just try to get through the pain and not take anything. But I have to admit, this time, just to get to work in the morning, I have been doing that, which I don't like. But yeah, I've just got to get through. So I'm just, apart from working in the morning, I'm just trying to take it as easy as possible. I'm not doing any other work really, just resting. And yeah, this is the end of day 24, checking in. It's the afternoon now. It's a bit overcast day. Sun's slowly poking through a little bit, but it's cold and windy out there, so not much fun. But anyway, I don't want to end this video on a negative note. It's this happens to any of us, happens at any time. And this year I've really pushed myself to my limit in a lot of aspects, and I've really been breaking barriers. So in a sense, it's not surprising that there's going to be things like this happening, because like illness is especially often a sign of overwhelm. And with this dopamine fast, it's been great. I love it, but it has been, especially emotionally, it's been overwhelming at times. I've told you that I'm feeling emotional ups and downs, and yeah, at the moment I'm in a pretty deep down. I find myself having thoughts, questioning why I'm doing all of this, everything, life, where I'm living, all this, just contemplating. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Things always get better, so stay strong. We can either choose to be warrior or a victim, and I for sure choose to be a warrior. So we'll get better. Hopefully we'll get better soon, and yeah, I'll update you when I feel better, and we'll get right back on the grind. See you next time.